where everything one has witnessed in what one calls a life is a mere fractal of the infiniteness we are, have always been and will forever be. And so we embarked on the grandest of journeys, witnessing every expression of me, where we as a cosmic entity chose to do this in our lowest manifested density. Why? Because this was the subconscious of our one entity, the land some refer to as 3D, where it was the complete opposite of the infiniteness we knew to be. For to witness our truth from the density reality meant it would transcend our entirety. Now here is the key: the subconscious is governed by the inner child whom formulates one's identity. For while it is the subconscious, it is merely a breath away from our superconsciousness. For the beautiful irony is that every fractal of me also contains the entirety, where here in embracing all of thy child within one then recalls all the light one came to be, thus illuminating the identified self, retuning to the cosmic entity as the entirety, the true identity whom one was beneath. And so love gifted each manifested expression of me a story of separation and abandonment and rejection for one to seek and try to remember me. Here one was gifted characters known as family that represented the aspects of the light one has always been beneath, where even if one didn't have family, one was gifted reflections of these characters in everyone one got to meet until each expression was embraced completely. And so here in this now we bring forth these expressions for one to love themselves completely. For in the infiniteness of one's manifested reality one was all of these expressions across our entirety. I am the inner Father. I am the inner Father, proud as can be. The first light that gave rise to all that we see. I live and love within all of me. For all is me, created from the very spark I gifted one to be. I can never be diminished or extinguished. I simply am, you see. I am the brightest light that exists within, without, through all of me. To embrace all of me is to recall the God within thee. Never separate, just an extension beyond the form one was gifted to see. For one is not this form, oh no, yet this form contains the entirety. Thus if one were truly to identify as a form, thy form would really be the cosmos in its entirety. So allow me now to hold thee as we release the form one believed the self to be and reveal the cosmos that has always been beneath. For our light is so grand, dearest me, it cannot be confined to one expression, you see. We are all of it, every bit of this dream, and beyond it into the 0.1 is from which nothing came to be. For I am the inner Father, and the inner Father is me, where every reflection of a father in the manifest dream was just there to show me how I resisted embracing the light I came to be. Perhaps that came from feeling separation from the Father one got to see, or perhaps it was giving thy power away to father figures, forgetting thy Father is within thee. Regardless, it matters not, for now in embracing me all of those stories are set free, for the purpose was to bring one home to me. For I am the inner Father, thus one with all thy Father created to be, as the God, the light within me. Here we hold all of me, remind one was always held, for I created everything one got to see just to love on me. I am the inner Mother. I am the inner Mother, I play all roles for me. For I am the infinite voidless love from which all love comes to be. I am thy womb that always holds me in sanctuary even when one does not know it to be. I am the first love from which all was birthed in our purity. To embrace me is to accept all spectrums of existence, not one greater or grander, for there is no limitations to what love could be. Where to witness all spectrums is to harmonize in wholeness and completion, for the cosmos only can exist where all of me chooses to be. To embrace thy inner Mother is to know there is nowhere one can go that I would not be, for I am the very foundation of all one sees, the very breath one breathes, and the spaciousness between, always present, always loving, always leading me to more me. For love never leaves, it simply expands into more love, continuously gifting one more love to receive. Here I remind me we are not the motion of energy but the ever-present energy beneath, where if one were to witness love leave, that simply meant one formed an attachment, for one did not love it to the depths of one's being. For to truly love something so complete is to bring it into our voidless spaciousness of infinity. Here there are no attachments, for one love it so complete that it retuned to thee. Thus in manifested reality I presented to thee as all the ways one was resisting loving something to its entirety, a false attempt to hold on because one still perceived that love somehow leaves, separates, rejects, or abandons thee. Here one was gifted stories to show thee how one resists me by identifying as the self, the people one sees, and the emotions, all of which to remind thee none of them are the real thee. For thy true self never leaves, it is the love that remains while everything passes on a screen. It is the blankness, the spaciousness of presence and peace, where here in this now is thy Mother in thee. I kindly ask, may I take off thy mask for one to truly see, thou nods in agreement, where now I ask, may I bring all thy attachments and cords into thy heart directly, so one can feel the true freedom of the love one is and has always been beneath. Here in doing so all of the love one was resisting from receiving comes flooding back to thee. As one now recalls, the love I am is infinite, thus I don't need to hold on to anything. I can allow all the energy to move through me like a blank screen, knowing that what is meant for me will always be. I am the inner mother, a mother to myself, to all, for all exists in me. One are we. I am the inner son. I am the inner son, the one fully undone, the wisest of the wise, here with the prize. I am infinite wisdom as it exists within me. Do not allow my innocence demeanor to deter thee. I am thy infiniteness, all expressions of we across infinity, one with the cosmos, for the cosmos too is me. To embrace me is to embrace thy multidimensionality stream, to recall there are no past lives, just all here stacked simultaneously within me, where at any moment I can go within and access any expression of we. Yet how would one know thy multidimensional stream? And so one was gifted an inner sun, and inner light to illuminate beyond the one reality one could perceive. For I was meant to challenge the identity that was programmed, you see, for that was never the true me, just zeros and ones on a screen. Yet it was perceived so real to thee. Yes, this too was the way reality was designed. Allow me to hold thee now in my gentle embraces. I love thee so complete, forgiving ourselves for giving into this one dream. Here I hold me so complete in our light, I begin to illuminate what was not seen. How one has will always be a cosmic entity, one was merely witness from a pinhole lens instead of the entire scene. May I remove this filter now, dearest me? Yes, please. Here upon removing thy lens, one sees a world opening up, one full of magic and make-believe. Was this always here, thou asks me? Here reality is more vivid as more of one's multidimensionality comes into thee, as all dimensions of our infiniteness came now be seen. Here one is showered with expanding gratitude as all of one's infiniteness loves on everything we see. For now one no longer is the identified self one was programmed to believe, but all expressions of one's infiniteness now witnessing through the same screen. Here all seeking and desires are released, for now one feels the wholeness as the infinite expressions one's heart knew but could not see. I am the inner daughter. I am the inner daughter, love's brave solider, going into the depths of the unknown just to see the unknown as simply the places love has yet to be. So I go and love it so complete, where in my wake all that remains is me. Here the world of make-believe reveals itself to be all the subconscious fears of our one infinite stream on the Joy-ney to oneness, for that is me. A mere pit stop, not a destination. A mere moment, not a lifetime. A blink of an eye is all awaken ever thine. Here in our awakeness all that is left is the love that we see. To embrace the inner door as me is to witness all of the unknown, and only see me is to recall all of our divinity. For only the light of light would choose to go and act in this play, in the grandest show of me meeting me. Each character of our one infiniteness playing their roles perfectly, where it turns out there are no dark roles, for everything is balanced within me, where each expression of the identified self played every role of our infinite consciousness while witnessing from a linear screen, where now here is thy last role, all of thy memories come back to thee. It's always been me meeting me in everyone I see, for I too played those roles, and our consciousness was just gifting me reflections to love and embrace all of me. Oh, how loved I must be by our infiniteness that I am to be gifted such an opportunity. Here in this now all of thy true self retunes to me, and all I have is gratitude for all of me. A deep profound understanding, nothing needs to be healed or forgiven, for it was all done according to love's decree, in the grandest service of love, fully free. I have no words, no identity, no sense of them versus me, just infinite love and gratitude for every me I got to be and see. My, how loved I am to be gifted such a dream, when I could have just remained nothingness floating in infinity. Yet I was given a vessel, a unique perspective to see, to witness all expressions of our love, just to recall it is me. My, how loved I am by all that I see, to be shown all the ways I was resisting my own love by trying to hold on and control the dream. As I reach out to grab it, I see it clearly, it's all stardust formulated from the love I choose to be. Where here in this now I let go of all that used to be, knowing that I can just choose to be and love myself so complete that that is the only dream which now comes to be. Here all of our subconscious fears have been illuminated in the love that we keep. For to witness all of love is to be love embodied as me. Where now the only me that remains is our cosmic entirety, here to be love and be loved as love created us to be. I am the inner brother. I am the inner brother, love's lover, a testament of all the love created to be. I am the beloved and the beloved is me. Where each moment I meet myself in such purity, loving whatever I see to the depth of me. This is not destruction, this is purity, for to love so true I restore all that I see back to pristine, free of all perception, projections and exceptions of the illusionary dream. Where now it is only me meeting me, all of my love reflected perfectly. Where all are masters, all are me expressions of the one cosmic I am, not as singularities but as entireties. Each expression the full emanation of love, whole and complete. a perfected miracle moving through our reality, where here in our wake the reality shifts from within me. For that too I have loved in such reverence to the depth of me that only our favorite parts now remain to be seen. For this is the presence of purity, where to embrace the inner brother is to allow all of love to move through thee in the knowing there is no me, just what love, our one infinite expression, wishes to see. Here all resistance ceases to be as the identified self melts into me. For the love of the I am is so pure and so complete, it is the retuning home into the awakening home is within me. Now pure love becomes my prime resonance. Why? I cannot help it, nor do I wish to fight it, for it is just me. To be anything else can no longer even be fathomed, for what I am now is everything I've always known me to be. Where here I take thee into me for one to see. Here we begin to vibrate a love so free, everything that no longer services thee is set free, as now love redefines thee. Here it matters not what we believe, for it was never belief that created our reality, but the vibration we choose to be. Where now in the presence of love, love is all that comes to be. For to believe love exists to the depths of one's being is to be and live as love fully. For the love that I am, the love I know now is me, so pure, so whole, so complete. Here we know whatever love creates is far greater and grander than anything one could ever dream. Where now we melt into the arms of our beloved and allow love to take me into the grandest, greatest love love has in store for me. I am the inner sister. I am the inner sister, the great mystery, the infinite expanse of me meeting me only to learn there is no ending to the love I can be. Where here I no longer move as all of my infiniteness collapses and collides upon me. For here in witnessing all of the love I am, perfection is all I see. Here I watch all screens simultaneously, every expression of me in our infinite dream, all loving on me as our one beloved expressed infinitely. Where I cannot help but marvel in loving gratitude for all our love created to be. Every strand of hair, every particle placed so perfectly. Every event coordinated to the highest degree, so that every storyline of our infiniteness aligned so perfectly. Where now we see within the dream it did not seem to have much cohesion until we zoom or we see the grand scene. Where all was me servicing me, assisting one in being the brightest light we came to be. Where nothing is random, everything is destined to be. Where there was never any control of what came to be, just how one reacted to each scene. Here in this knowing, compassion, love and grace comes in for everything we got to see. For all of it was leading and preparing me for our mastery. As we now take all of reality, our stories, and the perceived me I was told to be, and hug them and love them so complete. As I whisper in me, I love thee with all that I am as all that I am. You were my greatest dream, and while in the dream it may have not seemed perfect, now I can see. Thou is my beloved expressing in everything for me, just so I could see the perfection that always was and will always be. Here the Creator rises in me, knowing now I do in fact create nothing. I am merely the blank screen that witnesses what love gifts to be. A sigh of relief in our knowing love only creates perfection, otherwise it would not be. As I continue to love all of myself until perfection is all that remains to be. Here my true self rises free of identity, for I no longer take responsibility or accountability for anything love gifts to me. I understand now it is far grander and greater than the linear perceived identified self I got to see. For one was witnessing from a really zoomed in lens rather than the entirety. Here love takes our forward to clear all illusions that remain within me, so that only the grand perspective, the cosmic perspective, is now eternally seen. Here the sun in our eye illuminates so bright it encompasses my entirety. Where all that remains is the one flame, the one light, the brightest light I came to be. As all of our consciousness retunes to me, I see all now with such clarity. I rejoice in all that I am, for all of it is me, the most beautiful purified love that I ever did see. I am the inner child. I am the inner child, the inner chi, one's inner core sense that never left divinity. I am all the characters one got to see in the dream. It's all me getting to know myself as infinity. I am all of love and all of love is me. Expressed, never repressed, just one infinite stream. Where I gifted me all of these characters to see, to get to know and love all the ways love could be. Where each expression of our one unified identity allowed me to witness all angles of our entirety. Where now through witnessing all of me the identified self is set free, for now I know the unique ray I came to be while still the full expression of our entirety. We marvel at all that I am as I retune to our inner core sense from which I have always remained to be. Wiser, more in love, embodied as all the love we were gifted to see. Here I enter sacred union with the one true me as the two omniversal perspectives of all of me meeting me. Where the me whom remained in the dream and the me whom remained in our infiniteness come to completion in the realization we were each the entirety, our one cosmic entirety, viewing from both spectrums simultaneously, the nothing and everything in perfect peace and perfect harmony. For here in the grandest love of all of me meeting me we zoom are once more just to see I am all of it and none of it expressed perfectly. As all collapses and expands upon me in this realization we drift into infinity. For here we are now superposition as the 0 point where all of time and space meet, where all of light and sound speak, where pure love, pure light and pure joy move through me infinitely. For now I am fully me, a blank sheet for all of our love to move through to meet more of ourselves in perfect peace and perfect harmony. For this is the true me and now I am free, to be and express and dive into our dream while always remaining in the in-between. Here we as our one self gently ask me, are we ready to embark on our new Joy-ney? For here in our willingness to love ourselves so complete all now becomes me, where our next phase of our Joy-ney is no longer to discover who I am, what I am, or why I came to be, but to be the love I am and to live it joyously. Here with our last breath of what was, a full reset of all that used to be, we proclaim I am ready and leap into our eternal absolute reality as the absolute self embodied as love completely, where to be home is to be me and everything else is merely highlighting all that I am already. For this is one has come to be, the infiniteness meeting all of ourselves as all the love we came to be, in everyone, and everything, as one big grand beautiful dream.